Good afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here and we're going to work on these Christmas journals. Now, I've got 4 bags left, that's it, in my little stash of bags. And so I am going to work on those today. So these ones I was thinking, oh, I don't have bags for the tall journals, but I'm going to leave them tall and we'll just look at that in a minute. So that one and that one can fold up like that. Measure it. I love doing this. So not everything will go in the pockets, they'll go in the loaded bag. So that's that. Right, that's for them. Put those there. Just going to roll my sleeves up so they don't get in the way. Okay, so these, well, they fit nicely in there. We could have a little fold up like that and put a little something in there. We couldn't put much in there though, could you? Because they can go in there. I don't think we'll do that. We won't fold them up. That's how they'll be. They're going to go in that bag. So we just have to embellish it. Okay, excuse the rush thing. So that's those ones. Oh gosh, I left threads here. I thought I'd taken everything away from my stitching yesterday. Clearly not. So I'll put those up there and I'm going to move my little sewing basket out of the way. Thank you. If I have to leap up, I'll fall over it. That's glue paper. Oh, I don't have my good ruler here, but I can use that one or my other one. Okay, so let's start thinking about how do I want to decorate these. I really need to get these over the line so then I can focus on the next ones. Right. So what I want to do with these, I want to cut these open because this will become a pocket. We've done these this many years now that we do them every year. We do them also for Easter. However, I probably won't have these bags. I'll have to use a different bag. If there is a bag at all. Okay, so that's cut off. I probably could have done it with my cutter and it would be straight. And then what I do here, and I need to get some paper clips out for that. I'll grab a few. Okay, and we're going to glue that down. I also glue in here. I don't need that to be expanding, so I'll glue that shut, and then I'm going to glue here. I know everybody loves these bags because they're so cute with the spots, but yeah, I just can't get them. They just don't. Well, I haven't been to the shop for a while, but they didn't restock last year and they didn't restock the year before, so I'm assuming they don't have them anymore. And then we have fun loading them up. We'll put a few things in the pockets in the journal, but most of it will go in here. So we'll put those aside to dry while we address the other ones. So you get a pocket there and a pocket here, and that's where the journal goes. Okay, I'll do that. I guess I could leave that, but I just find it easier to glue it. And then here, let's put all the glue on first in the spirit of streamlining the process. Oops, I didn't pull enough out. Okay, and here right, and here. Okay, so they can dry and we're going to have a look. Now this is going to do my head in because it's very tall. Could we put something across there? We could. So let's just start pulling out papers. Oh, what about I think I'm going to put a fabric pocket on there. Can I do that? What do we think? Fabric pocket. That might not be big enough. Let me see if I have any other. Oh, I do. I've got a big piece here. So it's meant to be. I think I'll use just this fabric just because I've got it here. I've got plenty of other Christmas fabric, but I've got a nice big piece here. I think this is the one I washed. Just to see, you know, I test it just to make sure it's all okay. And it washed very nicely, and the linen washed very snipely. Oh gosh, have I taken away my scissors? Oh dear, well don't worry, I've got more. So if I just snip about there, I'm going to rip right across. And I really love the colours in that bit, so I'm going to go there. I'll trim all my strands off. Okay, and then, oh, I'll have Santa's face on the other one. Off to the side. I don't want Santa in the middle. So I'll tear that first. Okay. And then here. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not whipping out my sewing machine. If you've got a bag and you decide to do something similar, you could whip out your sewing machine and stitch down the side, but I don't want to close my gusset so that way the journal can fit nicely. So what I'm going to do is use my flash bond down the, which way is the up? That way. Down the sides. Actually, I'll put it on here. I think my flash bond, which is my, what do you call it? The 123 in the UK and the 3-in-1, not the 123. And the Fabri-Tac in America. I don't know in Australia if there's an equivalent. PVA would suffice. It just takes longer to dry. It's just this does not want to come out. I may have to use the big bottle. That doesn't want to come out. It is coming out, but do you know what? Oh my gosh. Talk about fumble fingers. Flinging it around. I can't be bothered to wait for it to come out, and I need it to come out in a nice quantity anyway because we want this to stick. I mean, it's a big pocket. We don't have to be too worried about losing a bit of real estate with the blobby glue. The only thing is it probably will ooze through, but we'll have to get over that. Some things you just have to get over. Okay, so I already did down the bottom. Now, I don't like getting too much of this glue on my fingers, which is why I'm going like that. Because it's got acetone or something in it to make it dry. In fact, the fumes are making me doing a silly, pathetic cough. So let's just get that sticking down. I like to use the bone folder for that because it doesn't actually soak through this fabric because it's thicker than the other one. Oops. I like to use the bone folder because otherwise it sticks to my fingers and just lifts off. So we're going to have to leave this to dry. Oh, that's not easy to wipe up. Let's get a wet one, not a dry wet one. So even though we're doing paper crafting as such, you know, you can always add in a little bit of some sort of fabric, Christmas fabric or whatever fabric you feel like using. I'm just going to get that off while I can because it is a very strong sticky glue. Okay, it's probably not going anywhere. I was thinking what I might do then is put a couple of staples in, but I might not need to. So let's just put that up there. We're not by any means finished yet. I'm just all over the place. Okay. I think I'm just going to put it, yeah, I'll just put it on here. So sometimes we need to go to the big bottle, because you want to make sure you get enough glue on, because it's fabric, to make sure it sticks. And it's a pocket too, so it, it needs to be stuck down well. I'm getting glue everywhere. In case you didn't notice, I'll just let you know. Glue everywhere. Right, let's do the same deal. Oh, we can't have that smush. Where did I put my wet on? That's going to, excuse me, that is going to glue my pocket closed. It's not sticky anymore. Okay, keep that near. I'm a bit of a disaster today. I should just maybe give up now. I don't care if that's not straight. And then just stick it all down. Oops, I don't want it to push in. Okay, let's just wipe it on that one. Okay. Right. Oh gosh, I might fall off my chair just from the agitation of doing that. That just caused me great agitation. Okay. Oh, I think I need to get over that. Here we go. Let's go back to these. I wonder if they're dry enough. Yep, they probably are. We'll leave the clips on a little bit longer. Did I glue that down? It looks like it. Yeah. Okay, so I need to start. Oh gosh, I better fold up my fabric just a minute. It's in my way. And here, I haven't quite, I thought I had done it, but I haven't quite finished putting in. I do probably go out of focus because of that. I hadn't quite finished putting in the pockets in one of the document journals. I thought I had done that, but I didn't. I was a bit surprised because I always forget what I do from one week to the next. Okay, pulling out the papers. Here we go. There's not actually a huge amount to play with. That is really something. I think that looks really nice. So I'm going to put a marking with biro, because that's what I can find there. And I'm going to put a marking there and trim it. Did I just trim off my marking? No. Oh no, there it is. Okay, that's a nice scrap. We don't need that one. And that will glue there. Okay. Oh, I haven't glued for a few days, so since Friday, so my glue needs, oh gosh, my glue needs to warm up. It's also nearly at the end. I'll be grabbing a new one in a second. Yep, sooner than I thought. Okay. Right, that's going to go there. I'm going to just push my chair back a little bit so I can, it's only a little piece of book page. I think I'd like a bigger piece of book page than that. I don't usually want the edges, I just want the script. It's just the way I like it, and that will go maybe up there. Put that over there. Okay. I'll get there. Now, do I prefer it on that side or that side? Yeah, maybe, yeah, this side, like that. I think I can take that off now. I think it's stuck. Right, what else do we have here? Just pulling that one out because that might be good for one. I may have to go into my other papers if I don't find it. I quite like this one. Put that there. That's it. Found it. Don't want to take too long doing this. If I remember, I'll tell you what the size of the bags are. If I remember. Okay, now I could have a big label. Something like that. Put my very good scissors over there. Oh, there's my ruler. Hello, ruler. Thought I'd lost you. And then we're going to, well, not today, but we will be filling the bags. It's really fun. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to make one with the document journals. I've never made a paper bag sort of thing. I loaded a bag for them. So it's kind of off center. But yeah, I think I'm going to be able to put them in those bags. Okay, so let's just go in here and see. So I'm finishing one at a time. I just think that'll be easier. What we have here to put on that area. I pull one of those out. I forget to use those, so I'll put those there. Be a good one as well. Look, we've got one cut out. Let's check that one out. Yes, I quite like that. Or would I like something brighter? Aha. That one. That's it. Okay. Good. So let's cut that out. I think I can cut this one out with the big scissors because it doesn't have any really fine bits to get into. Okay, so we'll glue that one on there. Is there any room for anything like this? They don't always come together so quickly. Sometimes you have to faff about a little bit. I kind of like that behind. Okay, I'm going to put that behind. I wouldn't normally close it all in like that, but I can still see the spotty bag. And if the back is not decorated, you could put a pocket at the back, but that's just exaggerating. But I quite like it just like that, or I could have this. No, I liked it up there. I'm going to stick it where I liked it. It also reinforces that bit up there, even though it doesn't really need it because it's double. Yeah, that's good. Very thick pieces of paper here. I could probably use that. I could probably use those to back things with. They're nice pieces of paper. I shouldn't glue on those. I'll use... There's some more. I've glued on them already, but I haven't glued on both sides. So we'll use those to make things with. And let me go to here. One down. If the doorbell rings, it's Mr. FedEx, and I just need to pop out and help Steffi take the parcels out. Yeah. And if I decided I wanted something else, you could always put a little something over there, but I don't want to put too much, and I think that's quite sweet. And that's going to have all the things in it, so I think that's really cute, that one. Okay, one down. Where's my other one? Here. Let's grab this one. Whoops. Put that over there. Nice and dry. And let's see what we want to put here. Right, so put that there, and you see I like that. Or do I? Yeah, I like that with that seam. So it's already the perfect width. Oh, there he is. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. So let's put, and I'm just using my scraps here. I haven't pulled out. There might be another paper that I might prefer, but I'm just using up my scraps. Okay, that's lovely. That can be used for something. Just going to grab a bigger piece of paper here. So did I ask how everyone is? I don't know. I just got right into it today. Anyway, if I didn't, how are you all? Did you have a lovely weekend? I think I've told you about my weekend yesterday. There we go. That's nice. And then I might use, I love this font. Just tear it by hand and I'll just trim that off. I'm just going to lock that in without even thinking about it. You'll notice I'm putting it on the opposite side to the music because I consider them to be similar types of things. script, music, that sort of thing, handwritten, they all remind me of each other. So I keep sort of try to balance it. Yep, that's balanced to me. And then I could use a piece. Oh, I had that lovely piece. I kind of like them up there for some reason. I think I'm going to put that there. Maybe I'll just tear the bottom off if I can at all. Yes, I can. And I'm going to have that there, and then that, but I'm going to overlap it there a bit more. I love that. Good. I bet you the tall ones don't come together quite so quickly. And I'm going to put a label on it too, because I like the label idea, because someone can maybe, you know, put the year there, and the place, location, and year. Or it could be a gift to someone, and you could, you know, write there a little message on it or something like that. Sorry, we just had lunch, so I was just hiccuping a little bit. I think like that, off center, maybe a bit more over here. Well, that's kind of centered, isn't it? Okay, I put it centered, but I love it. Again, if you wanted to come and add a little something else, you could. Maybe we could add, let's just cut it out or put that down there. I'm going to cut them out and audition them and see if I like them. So you could have that there, you could have it here. I quite like it there. Just adds another colour. I think I won't cut that. Well, let's cut it and just see, just in case. Okay, so I could do that. No, but I'm going to put a label up there. I think I'm just going to put this one down the side. Just there. And then I want to see about a label. I might look at my swirly labels as well. That one. Oh, what about this one with Santa? I'm just going to cut it out so I can see better. Everything just hop out of my way, thank you. Sprouting scissors. Kind of blends in, doesn't it? Doesn't really stand out, that one. I'd have to find one with a bit more colour in it. Can't really write on that. Oh, that's pretty though, isn't it? No, maybe I'll go with the other ones. I don't think these ones have enough contrast with the background. So let's just close that, put that over there, and go to this one. And we need something with a bit more two vertical things together. No, love that one. See, that would be super cute, wouldn't it? Too bad if you say no, because I may go with it. Oh, I've got that one's cute. That one's got a similar color background, which is why I would not choose it. That's too similar, and that one's different, so we could go with one of those. Let's see. I don't worry too much about getting this precise. I just wiggle my, oh, cutting too. I just wiggle my scissors around. And it doesn't hurt to cut them all out and then audition them, because you can always use them somewhere else. Okay. Just going to get rid of this mess. So I could have that, which I really do like, and I'd probably put it up there a bit higher. I could have that one. Nope, see, too similar, blending in. No, it's the doggies. See, it was the first. You've got to trust your instinct. I don't trust my instinct. I have used that one quite a bit this year, haven't I? Okay, love it. Do we need anything else? No. Okay, so that one's done. I'll put that one up there with that one, and now we can look at these. So that is nicely stuck down. I don't think that's going anywhere. Okay, right. Well, I've got this here. So let's see what happens. Just have a muck around and see what might I like to put on here. Because that is all going to be quite empty up there. I quite like that. Is that too boxy? It's too boxy. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I do like that. What about if we do this? Take a bit off the bottoms so we're not totally covering the bag. Remember, you can always see the bag on the back. Okay, I'm going to put that there and that there. Might even take a bit off, like so. Did I take too much off? Oh, I did really like that. Or do I prefer it on the other one? I prefer it on the other one. Okay, so that's going to glue on there. Let's do that now. Lock it in so we don't think about it anymore. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Where will I put it? On the floor. Okay. Remember, we only have one pocket here. Bone folder, where are you? I might like that more. Leave that one for that one. yeah, it's a bit clashy, but I like, you know me, I like that. So we'll put that on first because I want that one to go under, and I've left the other one in place so I can kind of position it about there. Maybe move it in a little bit. Just have it not all in a row. Yeah, that's better. Like that. No, we don't want a label, I don't think. I don't think I want any more, do I? I quite like that up there. But then what will I put there? So pretty. It's very tall. Very tall. Oh, now just a minute. What do I have here? Let's have a look. These are all the sort of embroideries and things like that, I think. Oops. I was thinking I could see something a little bit like this. There. Let me see. Tear it down. That is so pretty. I'm going to tear a little bit more off. That's going there. And it's an area that could be written on. I just feel like it completes it. You can still see the bag. You can flip it over and look at the bag. I think I want that up there, or do I want it that way? I think it looks better that way, maybe. Put it up there. Okay. Okay. Oh, those, I forgot about those. They didn't fit in any pockets. And then there's a few, what are these things here? Oh, they're a few doilies. Oh, there's a window. We need that. Oh, and those were those papers that I had bought around the corner. Of course, they don't have them anymore because they've closed down the department. And there's some postcards. Okay, interesting. And there was a fussy cut there and something fell on the floor. I was wondering, did I want... I quite like that. I think I'm going to stick that there. Lock it in. I'm going to use my Giotto glue stick so it'll smush everywhere. But I'm going to gluing paper to fabric, and this is really good. Also because it smushes and I get a lot on there. And honestly, they don't come off. Well, not that I know of. I might even just have it come over the edge there. Is that straight? There we go. Good. I think considering that bag done. I love it. This one. Right, we'll just close that for a second. Put that under here. and see what's going to happen here. So again, just going to my scrap papers. I could do something like that. Could also do something like this. No, not that one. Or I can grab another paper, because that's about all I've got here. I think I did some collaging and used up all my scraps. So we then need to go to, yeah, oh, now that is something I really love. I love all of it really, but that could be lovely. Let's see. I think I'm going to tear that off. I'm going to do it by hand because I want it to be a bit rough. And I'm going to tear a bit off here. Again by hand. Oh, it's a little bit neat, isn't it? That's going there. And then that will go up there. Oh, look at that. How quick was that? Okay, so we need a big piece of paper. I can't stand it when I hit the plastic tube when the glue runs down. It's a horrible scratchy feeling. This is all nice and smooth and just swooshes along. And that's just like, rah. Oh, I was so excited, Gail. I don't know if you're going to watch today, but Gail pulled out her slow stitching over the weekend. Gail, I thought you weren't doing that anymore. I was so excited to see that you still enjoy doing that. Loved everything. In fact, I must go and I watched on the TV. I was sitting, actually I watched it yesterday morning, I think. I was sitting catching up on my thread painting for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And so I watched Gail because I had time. It took me a while. I was there for about 2.5 hours. So I had plenty of time to watch videos. I watched Dawn's wonderful thread painting and I watched Gail's slow stitch video. And I was very impressed. And she's going to a retreat somewhere that her friend Diane is putting on, I think she said. And boy, would I love to join that. Not possible, but wouldn't that be wonderful? One day, Gal, it's on my bucket list, is one day to come and join you. And meet you, because I've never met Gail and I'd love to meet her. And her husband, because he's American-Italian. Oh, I've gone quiet now after all of that chitter chatter. Oh, this is really fun, guys. Okay, so that I think I'm going to put it down here and just overlap onto Santa. So I need to get my mush glue. You don't really need to go into a panic and buy, you know, at exorbitant prices, the Giotto glue stick. It's not exorbitant here, but of course it's Italian. And it's not available everywhere, so it would become exorbitant to buy. There's prick glue, or there's other glues you just have to experiment around and try which ones work best. Okay, so that's glued on there. And do I want a little something? I don't want any more labels, but do I want a little something? I can close that glue up here. Let's see. I love my background, so I don't really want to, oh my gosh, I'm going to hiccup. I don't want to cover it, but I might like to put a little something on it. Oh, look, I should put these into my ephemera folder so I can make things with them. I mean, that is huge. It's kind of a different look too. Everything here is very faded out, whereas this is very crisp. So it may not look so nice. You know, it might not go, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just doing a quick whiz cut to see whether I like it or not. I've had these for years. See, no, I don't think I like that. No, it's too vibrant. Now maybe the birds might work. Nope, too vibrant. I don't think I want any of those. Okay, that means I have to put them away. Where's my folder here? A lot of glue on there, so we'll just fold that over. Gosh, I get into a mess. Let's just have a quick look and see if there's anything over here. So you could really use anything on these because they're so big, like any of these big sort of images. I can't help myself, you know, I just have to try everything. I don't think I want another Santa because we've already got Santa. She's quite tall. I quite like her. That's it. I knew there was something. I am remembering that I need to tell you the size of the bag too. You know, you might find a brown paper bag or a red paper bag or a green one or something like that. You don't have to have spots. This is just what I so happened to find a few years ago. And as I said, they don't have them anymore. They don't. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Maybe put her there. No, I think I liked her over there. But then there's nothing over there. So I'll put her over there. Decisions, decisions. Oh, here's the blue paper. Well, there's a job done, isn't it? Got 4 done. Like that. Okay, made a compromise. That's it. And you can do more, but I'm going to leave it. Okay, so let's have a look at the size. It is... oh, it's 15 inches by just over 8 inches wide. That's how big the bag is. But it fits the document journals in very nicely when they're, you know, when it's open. And it fits the other journals in very nicely when they're, you know, folded up. So we've got a nice big pocket there to put load. So this one will only have 1 pocket, whereas the folded ones have 2. So that's that one. We did this one, which I absolutely love. Then we have this one here. We've got our double pockets. Very cute. And that one. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, we're going to start making things to go in them. And I need to finish off my document journal that doesn't have its pockets in it. So have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.